Welcome to RoboQuest, a game that is currently on the Game Pass, as you can see, first-person shooter, where you basically run around from point A to point B, killing a bunch of enemies, leveling up so that you can get different weapons and things like that. It is absolutely fantastic, it really, really is. It's sort of Borderlands-ish with the amount of weapons, the rarities of them, and the fact that there's the sort of different variations of the same weapon. So, let's get into properly discussing the game. The way the game plays, the controls, how the guns feel, all of that. It is absolutely brilliant. It really, really is brilliant. You know, first things first, the movement. It is very, very good. Obviously, you know, you can double jump. Some gadgets allow you to triple jump. You can slide. You can stay crouched and things like that. And yeah, the levels design also reflects that because you are able to use verticality and all that good stuff. So, just actual playing the game itself, it is really damn good. Really, really damn good. The weapons, as we'll discuss them now, they're also a hell of a lot of fun to use. There's a huge variety to choose from assault rifles to sort of this DMR, that I've got type of ordeal. Not only that, you've actually got a flamethrower, there's some rocket launchers, shotguns, LMGs, miniguns. You know, there's just a whole variety of weapons for you to sink your teeth into, and they're all absolutely fantastic to use. You'll definitely find a weapon that suits what you want, because you know, there's a lot to choose from, and they're all absolutely fantastic to use. Just complemented really by the controls. Yeah, not only that, the gameplay itself, it is nice and simplistic. Obviously, just run around killing enemies. That's pretty much it. You've got little abilities depending on what class you picked, because there are different classes in this game. I'm playing one of them where I can go invisible and throw javelins and things like that. That's available for me to do. Obviously, Ben is playing a different one where he can fire some missiles and has like a little shotgun blast that he can do at the same time. You know, so there's a whole host of different classes. Obviously, there's little upgrades you can get when you're doing these runs and situations like that. And you've got little currencies that you can upgrade your weapon. And yeah, it's all just absolutely fantastic stuff. Speaking of, obviously, we'll go in the level design a little bit further in detail. The levels are actually really good fun to go around. Obviously, you know, some of them are a little bit more restricted. That's just because of the type of game that it is. You know, with it being you run from point A to point B, killing a bunch of enemies within moons. You know, you're not gonna expect this absolutely massive explorative area. However, saying that, there is still a fair amount of exploring that you can do. So, it's not like, you know, the levels are completely restricted. You know, there's a good amount of verticality in some of the levels that are a little bit more horizontally restrictive. You know, you can sort of jump up and about all over the place, get to the high ground and attack the enemies from different angles. It is all just absolutely fantastic stuff. Moreover, because we'll talk about this, the game is so goddamn stable. Like, at the minute, obviously I'm playing this with a Series X console. This does have Series X and S enhancement. I don't know what it's like on the older gens. However, you know, this game looks damn good. Not only that, I have had not a single bit of frame rate drop. I mean, alright, okay, my buddy here is walking a little bit all over the place, is sort of teleporting a little bit all over the place. However, you know, I think his internet isn't the greatest, but yeah, I've not had a single bit of frame rate drops. Not only that, in my entire gameplay of it, I think I have had 2 problems. The game's crashed on me once, and I've got stuck through the floor because an enemy pulled me towards them once. And that is honestly it. Just those 2 things, and I've not had another problem, which is just absolutely fantastic going. Especially for a game that is still in game preview. So, for that stability, at least it has been for me, is incredibly well good going. Like, you know, this has been a hell of a lot more stable than a hell of a lot of AAA games, and this isn't even properly finished yet. And that's just massively impressive. It really, really is. However, I'm not going to say that this game is perfect, because I don't have too many complaints, but there is just there's just the odd thing here and there that I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, and it's only really the main one of what I was hoping for is that when I crouched, I would get a little bit more accuracy. However, you don't. I suppose, though, in the same token, when you move around, you also don't lose accuracy. So, you know, I suppose really in that regard, it's kind of swings and roundabouts. But there is a perk that makes your accuracy better when you crouch. I would sort of like that if that was a little bit more base kit anyways. Like, you know, if you crouched, let's say your accuracy got increased by, I don't know, 10%. It's just so that, just for more of the automatic weapons, obviously with their accuracy being obviously more sporadic as you keep firing. I think it would just work a little bit nicer for those, if that was properly the case. However, that's pretty much it. I think there probably could be a little bit more character balancing, just a few balancing tweaks. You know, when I played, because I played this game a fair amount single player as well. Obviously, you know, it's a lot easier with a buddy, as you would expect. But some of the little gadgets, some of the little classes, some of like drones that obviously the enemies can target. I do think that if you're playing this solo, I'd kind of like it if your little drones, whether you're playing engineer or my class here, I kind of do wish that it would just be a little bit more effective in actually garnering their attention. Obviously in multiplayer it's fine because they've got more targets to shoot anyways. But I do think in single player, if just focus on them a little bit more, just a small tweak. Only in single player though, I think that would really be fine. The difficulty as well of this game, it is actually quite nice. Obviously single player, it is very challenging even on some of the lower difficulties, and in multiplayer I'm not going to say that's an absolute cakewalk, because it's not. Some of the lower difficulties are, I will admit, but the higher difficulties, you know, definitely do pose a very, very good challenge. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There isn't a ridiculous amount to talk about, because, you know, it is a very simplistic game. Which is all fine and well. You know, it doesn't need to have so many different mechanics. It just needs to be a very solid game to play. The gunplay just needs to be quite good as well, and the classes, it just needs to be fun, which it absolutely nails. All of that, it really, really is, which is just fantastic points. More so than that, this game is actually not that expensive. Obviously, if you got the Game Pass, you can try it out for free, because this is a Game Pass game. Not only that, if you don't actually have it on the Game Pass, or if you don't have Game Pass, then this game is only £15. And if you're just looking for a first-person shooter, just to spend a few hours on here and there, honestly, you can't really go massively wrong with it. You really can't. It's got so many good things going for it. It's just fun, arcadey, run from point A to point B, killing a bunch of enemies, and then at the end you've got a boss to kill. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I'd absolutely recommend this game. Not only that, I think there's a little trial going on. I can't remember though if that's only if you've got the Game Pass, but oh Christ, I'm about to die. There we go. And yeah, it's all just absolutely fantastic. There's just not many things to complain about. So, there we go. That's my final review of this game. It has taken me so many attempts to do it, but I finally have done it. So, I apologise for the video's absolutely crap. However, I'm going to call it there for the video. Do hope you enjoyed. All feedback is appreciated. If you have played this game before, or if this video has sort of given you an attempt, sort of have a go at it, I'll eventually get that sentence out. You know, I'll be curious to hear what your opinions are about it in the comments below. Also, if you want to join my Discord, there'll be a link for that in the description. However, that is it from me. Take care, and ciao for now. bye.